Hey everyone, it's Mr. Davis. I have a fun project for you today that's kind of an extension on the Transformer project that we did. Today all you're going to need is a pencil, maybe a sharpener, a pencil with an eraser is good, and a sheet of blank paper. You actually will need a pair of scissors to do a little bit of trimming in just a minute. So if you want to get those ready, you can pause the video and keep watching. So this is called a super transformer. This is what I call it. So what you want to do is you want to fold your paper into 3 even parts. So what I usually do is I fold this over till it looks kind of like it's in the halfway between both sides here, and then make a crease. And then this one looks a little smaller, so I'm going to tuck this under like that. Fold it again. And we should be all ready for the super transformer. So with the super transformer, you want to come up with a couple cuts on each of these sides. So again, I'm going to divide it into 3. So I want to make 2 lines that look like they're pretty equal on this page. You could also have a parent help you with this part. I want to do the same on the other side. And I'm going to leave the middle blank, just how it is. So once you've got those lines, they can help you start snipping. Doesn't have to be perfect. Helps if it's close though. So another thing I could do is I could fold this in to see how close I was on my lines. I could also trace another line here if I want to cut that. Trace another line here. That might make it just a little more accurate. So now I'm going to snip this side. Like that. Alright. So this is kind of a body project. So I am going to might actually, yeah, this looks good. I could kind of fold this a little bit back. So if I want to scooch this side back a little bit, all I have to do is move it to the edge there. You can adjust your folds a little bit. That's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling it back and making an extra crease so that it's a little more flush with the other side. Yeah, that looks great. So now what I want to do is I want to create a head on the top, a body in the middle, and some legs and feet on the ground. The body in the middle can have arms on it, but you'll see where this goes in a minute. So I'm going to make a head. Don't worry about details right now. Just draw out some heads. Maybe you want some different shapes for each of them. So you can open those folds like that. Maybe this one I want some spikes, spiky hair on the top there. So I have 3 heads. Now I want 3 bodies. So I'm moving on to the middle space here. And maybe one body is kind of more rounded. Maybe one body is a little skinny. And maybe another body is kind of shaggy. I'm thinking of like a bear. So now for the bottom, I'm gonna come up with some legs. So I got some legs here. That. Got some, maybe I want to do kind of a skirt there. Maybe some different legs and feet. Maybe for the last one, I want to get a little weirder and maybe I want to do some tentacles. I don't know. You could put wheels in there. You could. These typically get pretty weird, So it's okay to have them all kind of do their own thing. So now that I have these drawn out, I can start adding in some more details. So maybe the first one, I can take a marker and go over my lines. Maybe I have a nice human head here and come up with some hairstyle. Some eyes, nose, mouth, maybe some freckles. Why not? So the next head, could do this one here. This one looks a little bit more like a cat or a fox to me. Maybe. I like going with fox. So I do some eyes, a nose, a mouth. Yours can be whatever you like. If you want it to be an animal, monster, alien, astronaut. So this one's got some spiky hair. Maybe it's not hair at all. Maybe it's a crown. Maybe it's a queen. So I'm going to add those details. Maybe it's kind of a grumpy queen. Like that. So now I have 3 different heads. I've added some details with markers. You can do the same. Now we're going to work on the bodies. So I'll start with this shaggy body. It looks kind of fun. And if I want to add some arms, just draw a line for where the arm creases. Maybe it's a paw. Maybe it is like a bear. This is kind of a silly, fun exercise. You can do with your family, brothers and sisters and parents, whoever's around the house. Maybe I have that kind of underbelly that I like to put on bears, like that. Okay, so that's already pretty goofy. This one's pretty skinny. So what I thought initially was, why don't we make it a tree? Maybe one arm's a little lower. Maybe one arm's got 3 little twigs on the branch. Maybe there's a hole down here where something lives. Who knows? You can get as weird as you want with this. Maybe I've got some leaves here. Now I've got my tree. I could make those lines connect a little bit. So I got my bear, I got my tree, I gotta do my third one. I'm thinking some fins. Kind of like a walrus. So you can add some fins. Again, yours can be completely your own. That's fine. I feel like walruses might have a little underbelly too. Maybe some spots on it. Sure, that looks great. Now, those legs don't really connect to that one. They definitely don't really connect to the tree totally, but that's okay. It can be approximate. It doesn't have to be perfect. I could make them a little bit thinner if I wanted though. Okay. Maybe we've got some fancy shoes. Like that. Some pockets. Let's do this one. got the dress or the skirt. I can make it come in a little bit. Sometimes I add little lines for where the folds are. You could add polka dots or a pattern if you want. Add some kind of slip-on shoes there, like that. And the last one is the Squid Tentacles. So as you can see, I kind of moved my line in a little bit so it reaches this shape. Well, it doesn't quite fit the other shape, but that's alright. These things don't always line up. If you really wanted to take the time and make them line up with pencil, you could, but sometimes I just like making things imperfect, kind of sketchy. It's alright. So now, as you can see, I could erase my pencil lines, just make it a little bit clearer, but I've got all these different combinations of bodies that I can put together. And they're pretty fun to switch on and off. You can decide which one's your favorite. Again, if you want, you could, make some lines that make the bodies connect a little better, but that's up to you. You can also go through and color it in. That would make it more exciting. But right now, this is what I think of as a super transformer. It's a whole lot of combinations. I hope you enjoyed making one. Feel free to show me yours on Flipgrid, and I will catch you next time.